What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to talk about the ketogenic diet, also known as the keto diet. In the past, I've used a if it fits your macros system. Now, I was able to drop from 325 pounds all the way down to 242, 245 pounds. That's what had been using in the past. However, I always had issues with keeping my fat numbers low. Now, the keto diet is quite the opposite of the approaches that I had in the past. This keto diet is a low carb, high fat percentage or system. So when you decrease your carb intake and increase your fat intake, your body no longer runs on glucose. It now runs on ketones. Now, in order for your body to be able to run on ketones, you have to get into a ketosis state. I'm going to be talking more about that in future videos. But essentially, when your body understands that it will no longer be taking in carbs that we're going to convert into glucose, your body starts running off of fat, which are, again, ketones. Now, when you're starting off, you want to make sure that you do everything possible to get into ketosis state. Now, how do you do that? Well, what you do is you have to change your macro intake. In order for you to be able to understand how much fat that really is, first you have to get your BMR, your basal metabolic rate. Essentially, that number will dictate how much calories your body needs to be able to stay consistent, lose weight, or gain weight. Now, for this example, we're going to go off of a 2,000 calorie diet. Now, for someone who's intaking 2,000 calories and you want to take in 70% of that being fat, now when you multiply 2,000 times 0.7, you're going to get 1,400 calories, right? So 1,400 calories are going to come from your fat. Now, if you were to divide that by 9, which is the number of calories per gram of fat, you're going to come up with 156 grams of fat. Now, the other number that's important is your your carb intake. Now, for your carbs, you want to make sure you're intaking at least no more than 5% net carbs. So again, you multiply 2,000 times 0.05, and that'll give you 100 calories. Now, you divide 100 by 4, which is the number of calories per gram of carbs, and you're given 25 grams of carbs. Now, that's your intake for carbs, and then the rest is going to be protein. So again, you go through the same exercise, you multiply 2,000 times 0.25, and you're going to come up with 500 calories. Divide that by 4, and you're going to get 125 grams of protein. So my recommendation is to look up what type of deficiencies people who do the keto diet experience. So for the most part, you're going to have low sodium, potassium, and magnesium. So you want to make sure you supplement with those. Another one is fiber. Make sure you get enough fiber in your system. Now, a rule of thumb is you want to take in 14 grams of fiber per every 1,000 calories you take in. However, there is another rule of thumb that says that men should be taking in 38 grams of fiber and women should be taking in 28 grams of fiber. Now, keeping track of all the food that you're eating is going to be somewhat difficult, so my recommendation is downloading the app MyFitnessPal. It is a very user-friendly, interactive app, and it's going to help you track all your macros and help you track all of your calories. So I've been doing the keto diet for about 2 weeks now, and I've dropped 8 pounds. Again, that's not all fat. Some of it is water weight. So don't think you're losing weight super quick. However, the first 2 weeks, you are going to lose the most weight, and then you're going to somewhat plateau and lose, your typical 0.1 or 0.5 to 2.5, maybe even 3 pounds per week, depending on your calorie intake. Before starting the keto diet, to do all of your research. The first couple of days are going to be rough, so you want to make sure that you understand that a lot of the symptoms you're going to be experiencing are very common when adapting to ketosis. So I'm currently at 275 pounds, but my goal is to get down to the 210, 220 range between now and August. I'm hoping that by then I'm able to really adapt and really understand what the keto diet is. And again, as I'm learning and I'm experiencing different things, I'm looking forward to sharing that with you guys so that you can adopt all these different tips and tricks into your own keto journey. If you guys have any questions, feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. And don't be a stranger. I look forward to talking to you guys later, and take care.